This is our copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. We're on duty. We're at the shop, Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop, East Los Angeles. Yes, we're open. The weekend is here, y'all. And the heat wave continues out here in Southern California. Let's get this stream started. Let's do some Bigfoot chat and chill. See who shows up here. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Here we go. Yeah, we're live at the shop, and yes, my brother is pulling up as we speak. Thank goodness. Yeah, that means we have backup here. That means we could, let the stream flow a little smoother. Because when he's not here, let me tell you, it's a little harder to do this. What's up, bro? Just went live right now. What up? I see you survived last night. Yeah, so last night next door at the Catalyst, we had an event. It was a punk event, I'll call it. Yeah, they get pretty rowdy sometimes, but yeah, how'd everything go? Smooth. All right. Yeah, bro says it was all good. Yeah, he usually stays here when there's an event like that. The shop stays open a lot longer than the normal scheduled time. So just a heads up for anyone who comes by and maybe listening to this. Yeah, we have people that listen to the show and come by the shop and all that, and we appreciate you all. What's up? Who do we have up in the chat? Let's pull up the chat and see what's going on here. I see Garrow, I see Richard, I see Roger, I see Juanito, I see Gustavo. Main house, what's going on? Who else is here? Boom, Blazer. Salute to you, Blazer. You still probably partying. This is Blazer's birthday yesterday, y'all. Yep. We gave him some birthday horns. And yeah, so wild week for Bigfoot. If you haven't been tapped in, I've been filling my brother in with all the latest. I let him have it. He's been out of he's been into the coins lately, the metals, silver, and especially silver, gold and stuff. That's his little trip right now. But he's very, very well versed in the Bigfoot world, even the UFO stuff. There's a bunch of all the topics I get into. Like, he's the one who put me on to the old world topic. He put me on to a lot of things. He usually does. And but he's like, behind the scenes doing other things, running businesses, taking care of business, family, and all that. So big shout out to little bro. Throwing down. Yeah, so the shop, yeah, nice day out. It's nice and clean in here. Feels good. Restrooms are clean. We got cold refreshments. What is it? We're up in the 80s today, a little past 2 p.m. here on the West Coast. And yeah, I was hanging out with some of you just a little while ago, and I don't know why 360 is really zooming in. Sometimes it really zooms in on me. Sometimes it gets a further shot. Has a mind of its own. I'm just glad it's working. Thank you, camera, for being here and operating. Yeah, some of my gadgets have been giving me problems lately, and it's kind of weird. My mixers. So I'm thinking, I don't know if it's this USB cable. See, it's a C cable. Let's see, right here. And I think that might be the issue, but maybe not, because I was looking into the mixers I got, and for anyone interested, I run Tractor and what is it? Native Instruments is products. So yeah, there's some people that are into Serato and run with those types of gears, that type of gear. I went with Tractor, and yeah, I've seen some YouTube videos saying that sometimes the back connection to the USB messes up on these mixers. So I don't know. They were talking about maybe having to open them, and who knows, replacing those connections there to the USB cord. So I don't know. I don't know. Gonna have to figure this one out. So I'm thinking of maybe starting by getting a new USB cable, seeing if that is the issue. Because it was weird. Some days it was working, some days it wasn't. And I'm over it now. We need to figure this out. All right. We've been keeping up with some of the latest Bigfoot news this week, which has been a whole lot. We had that streak and rash over in Ohio, which I haven't heard much else coming out of there yet. Last I did hear was actually a report that we did with Garrel. We're looking at the Bigfoot mapping project. Read a report there. That was from 3/11/2026. And that could have been part of the streak already or not. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. But then we got the latest news yesterday in the Bigfoot world, where there's this documentary being premiered, and I think it's premiered once already, and it's going to premiere again on Sunday, I believe, in Texas. And so, some of the Bigfooters that I know online and have recently met, and people that I've known, I haven't, hasn't been too crazy. I didn't get a bunch of phone calls from a bunch of people, but I did get a couple people asking me, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" I've been more telling people that I know, like my brother and other people that are into the topic. And so, yeah, this documentary is supposedly gonna be possibly bringing out new information about that piece of footage, which I'm sure most of has been controversial ever since it came out. And I'm still interested in checking out. I heard through Daniel Perez that there was an older piece of Bigfoot footage from Alaska. So this is I'm doing a call out again for anyone who may have access. Maybe it's not available to the public. Maybe that's why we haven't maybe that's why I haven't seen it or haven't heard of people seeing it before, but yeah, let us know. Anyone got that Alaska Bigfoot footage? Yeah, that's our announcement. Let us know how we could check that out. Yeah, they say it's older than the Patterson footage. And sounds interesting. What's up, Sharon? How you doing today? The Cryptid Huntress, what up? How you doing? I was just checking out do you know what's his name? I think it's Sad. It's not coming to me. I'm just totally spacing, but he's in Georgia right now. He's doing videos in Georgia, and he just did some of the islands. I didn't even know there was islands off the coast. I guess off the coast of Georgia, right? How does that work? How is it that Georgia has islands? Anyway, he was on some of the islands, and I believe that his last video, they were, I believe, more in the hood. I want to say it wasn't in the middle of Atlanta. It was maybe someone's seen these videos. You know who I'm talking about. Goes all over the place making videos, super cool videos. And he covered Humboldt County really good. He's covered East LA out here. He got a tour with forget his name, but it's a known member of the community. You could tell by all his tattoos. Uh yeah, it's Peter. Is it Peter Santanello? I think it is. Peter Santanello. I don't want I always mess up on the last name. And yep, it says the cryptid hunter says we're all coastal state 100. Yeah, so it was super cool. And man, I just love the trees out there, the Spanish moss, and just yeah, I could feel because his videos you could really feel wherever he goes. And yeah, I like Georgia. Told you I've driven through once, got some vibes. So maybe I'll return one day. And it's weird, your little here on the Riverside software, I could see the chat and I could see everyone's avatar except for the cryptid hunters. You just got to at. I don't know why. Maya Starfire, what up? How you doing? Cheers to you. Welcome on in. And so yeah, yesterday I went live really quick, because it was like breaking news. The Patterson footage has been debunked. That's how I felt. That's how I got the news because I know brother Brent, and I know some of us don't get along, and there's been issues between some of us before. But Brent, I got to meet recently this year up at Bluff Creek, and man, rad dude. No issues with him. Had a good time. Got to explore. Got to show him some places. We got to experience what it's like to be at Bluff Creek out investigating at night. And he came down with Thomas Steenberg. Anyone know Thomas Steenberg? He's a legend in the Bigfoot field. Yeah, from BC, Canada. You can see him in old documentaries, and he was around when Renee DeHinden was around and stuff like that. So it was awesome just to be around Thomas Steenberg and had a great time. And so Brent has a channel on YouTube. Some of you should know this, and it goes by The Tall Ones. And we'll pull it up in a bit. And there's a few other channels I'm going to be pulling up here because, and Jessica knows Eric. We're going to be bringing up Eric also. Brent was live yesterday and was kind of breaking the news about this documentary. And so, and I trust Brent. I don't know him like that, but I'm from YouTube. I've known him for years, and this was the first time I met him in person. And so, I've seen, I follow his channel, so I would trust him on, bringing out the information. I was like, oh shit, Brent's on. Whoops, there's my censor button. I gotta use it. And so I was listening, and I was just like, damn, here we go. And so I know Brent was pretty shocked, and last year was his first time coming down to Bluff Creek, and we're already making plans for this year as well. And I don't think this is gonna, even if it comes out that it is a hoax, it's not gonna stop us from going to Bluff Creek. I mean, just this last time around with that light coming around my tent, it was enough for me to like, I gotta go back. Hopefully that happens again. There's stuff happening there for sure, and a lot of historical stuff. So that doesn't take away from that. And also, yeah, it's just interesting that they would film that way out there. If you haven't been to Bluff Creek, uh, it's out there. And for that to go down there. So a lot of questions have been coming up last night over on Steve Coles's channel, the Squatch Detective. And maybe I'll pull this up since I'm talking about all this. They got into it. We got into the whole documentary coming out. There was a lot of great people in the chat there. Alex Pedikov, the Tate Hieronymus, you name it. Finding the Trackway, Nikki Cologne, who also I'm going to be bringing up here in a second, her channel in a second, because she's going to be having Eric on from Harryman Road. And watch, we'll get into this. So we're going to pull up Steve Coles's channel, or actually I'll pull up his channel through my posts. And I believe we did this yesterday. And actually through here, I'll be able to pull up several other channels, and hopefully you'll be able to follow along and check out what's going to be coming out here, because this is going to be interesting. So over on my post, you can see right away, there's a couple posts there. One of them is from Eric, and one of them is from Nikki Cologne. We'll get back to that. Look at that, episode 86. I think we're episode 86. Yeah, Bigfoot out picking morels. I hear it's morel season. Morels are starting to pop up. Oh man, I've been missing out. I'm picking some mushrooms. And actually, speaking of picking mushrooms and morels, maybe at the end of this, I'll try to remember. We'll bring up something related to that, missing people and a certain area of Oregon, which we've done before, but since it's morel season and we just mentioned that, I think, and I have it lined up. Hopefully, I'll remember to get into that. So, where am I going? Squatch Detective. Where is he? We shared one of his videos. So yeah, right here we go. So y'all check out this. This was a live stream yesterday. Squatch DTV with Steve Coles and his co-host. And again, you know, it really calmed me down after watching this, because I was like, oh man, you know, because I know, again, Brent was excited. I was excited. I'm sure a bunch of other people were, and still are. And so yeah, I was just trying to find out what was going on, and I was asking. So I went live, and then I also got some feedback from that live, and maybe we'll try and pull up particular some comments that were made that I found very interesting pertaining to this documentary as well. So again, recommended Bigfoot in Chaos hoax question mark PG film hoax over on Squatch DTV. Check out the comments as well. Sometimes I think, I don't know if you could still do that, but I know before you were able to check out some of the live comments that were made, and I'm sure you could find some information there. We talked about MK Davis posting those interviews with Al Hodgson, who was a Willow Creek local. I never got to meet him, but yeah, there's some good interviews with him and MK Davis, and then there's also with Steve Strufert, rest in peace. Uh, and I think those with Steve Strufert are over on uh, the Bluff Creek Project YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken. It's possible that Steve might have had his own YouTube channel as well, and I'll find out for you. And Juliana McGill, last time, I don't know if she's up in here. She's probably out farm thugging, holding down the farm. And she had mentioned of doing a playlist of all of Al Hodgson's interviews, because I know she's a local from that area, and I know that's like just historical stuff. You know, I'm sure the museum should probably have that playing there over at the Willow Creek China Flat Bigfoot Museum there. Shout out to Eric. And I'm sure, I haven't spoken to Eric over at the museum. I'm excited to hear what he has to say about all this. As you know, they have a lot of like, they have some of the original Patty's tracks there. And so over to Harryman Road. So let's check this out. Eric posted a short video right now, which I think we should all check out. So let's check this out, and we'll just go ahead and say this now. So Sunday, Eric. So Eric's over at the, I guess it's a film festival. It's the something Southwest Film Festival. Film, is it a film festival? Something like that, I think. And you can see him with the lanyard there. So he got his pass, and you know, Eric, he's involved with like film and media and stuff like that. So I'm sure he was able to pull some strings and yeah, use his credentials. But who knows? And so Sunday he will be on. So Sunday, I believe he mentioned is, and we'll hear in a second, is going to be the next showing of this documentary. So he is going to be there. So I'm super excited for Eric, and yeah, great person to have out there. In case, yeah, you didn't know of some of Eric's work. He's done work in his area, like historical stuff. He's done a documentary about the Harryman Road and all that, which was great. I really loved it. And then he's recently been doing the FOIA reports, different law enforcement agencies out there. He's been getting information about cryptids or Bigfoot, any information they may have. And we checked out, it was me and Jeremiah Byron from Bigfoot Society. I think we're the only ones over on his Patreon when he got a recent package from, I think it was Arizona, some sort of law enforcement agency, and it had a bunch of stuff there. So he shared a bunch of stuff over there, and I'm sure he's going to probably come back with some stuff to share on his Patreon from this trip to this film festival, or to check out this documentary. So let's check out this short right quick. And welcome to anyone stepping in the chat room right now or listening later. What up, Chiro Sounds? What's going on, Chi? Were you lurking?
Chiro Sounds to the office.
Uh-oh, Chi. Let's get some audio going here, senor. Rewind. Again, Harry Man Road. Y'all go check it out. Look at that. You could join as well. We'll have to check out, see what the prices are. Maybe join ourselves. Recommended channel by BD. Here we're going, turning the volume up. Let's turn it all the way up. And press play.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Eric with Harry Man Road. Got the OG Harry Man Road shirt on. Down here.
Yeah, got the OG Harry Man Road shirt on. What up?
South by Southwest. I actually just picked up my official badge here. And if you haven't heard the news, I'm doing that because there is a film that premiered here on Thursday. The next showing is going to be Sunday here in greatest city in the United States, Austin, Texas. And I will be at that next screening of Capturing Bigfoot. And the word on
Awesome.
the street is that in the documentary, it features some new footage that basically confirms the Patterson 67 footage as a hoax. And from what I understand, no Bigfoot community person has been.
And again, this has been going on since the film has, been around, right? It's half of the world believes it's a hoax, and the other half doesn't. I mean, I don't know exactly the percentages, but yeah, it's always been up in the air. I believed it. Let me know. Put a 420 in the chat if you think it's real, and put a 0 if you think it was a hoax. It's fake. It wasn't. Patty is not real.
Been able to see the film yet. There's a lot of speculations in there. There's mention of Patricia Patterson being in there with Clint Patterson's youngest son, I believe, and they are alleged to be in the documentary saying that the Patterson footage is 100% a hoax. There's also the new footage included by the director, Mark Evans, that was brought to his university that I believe he had digitized, that features what many people are saying or assuming is a dress rehearsal for the original Patterson footage. So a lot of
and you know what? I did hear about something like that. I forget, and it's probably good that I'm not remembering who told me, but it was, I want to say last year, some recent, that there was some sort of footage like that. Maybe if I remember, if you did tell me, let me know.
speculation going on, and no one has yet to see the film, at least in the Bigfoot community. So we're going to be the first people on the Harry Man Road channel, me from Harry Man Road, getting into the actual video to see if everything that people are saying is true, and that's going to be on Sunday. I will be on.
Ooh, Maya Starfire. Okay, this is going to be interesting for you. So, you're very close to where the Patterson Gimlin footage was taken, and if you get a chance, look it up. And this happened up near between very near the Hoopa Reservation in Humboldt County, and the Yuroks are also up in that area. The Karuks, but it's up above the hills of Orleans, California. It's up Highway 96 north of Willow Creek, California, in Humboldt County. And that's where this footage was taken in 1967. Now, the big thing is whether this Bigfoot was real or not. We know, most of us know that if you're in the Bigfoot and stuff and know about Patterson and this footage, Patty the Bigfoot is her name. So anytime you hear Patty, that's who we're referring to. And yesterday I pulled up her picture. Let's see, I could maybe do that now again to, let's see, I could go really quick. There we go. There's Patty. So I'm going to pull up Patty for you in a second. And we're going to listen to the rest of what Eric has to say. So
Nikki's show, Sasquatch Secrets, this Sunday, trying to get, well, as I'm waiting to get into the premiere is not going to be later that night. Her show's a little earlier.
Okay, so he's going to be on Sasquatch Secrets on Sunday, folks. So make sure you subscribe into these channels so we could keep up with what's going on here. And we'll pull up Nikki's channel in a bit here, or at least her post again.
But I will be there, just kind of giving my 2 cents while I'm waiting in line to get into the premiere. So,
oh, we have a Hairy Man Road sighting in the chat. What up, Eric? He is in the chat, folks.
Eric, to the office, please. Bring your lanyard.
Yeah, this is exciting. So Eric's in the chat. Y'all feel free to click on his channel there. Everyone should be able to, so you could follow up. And thank you again, Eric, for getting out there, bro. And you know, and whatever you bring back, you know, I fully trust you as well. You've done great work, and I'm excited to see what you have to say, brother. So be safe out there, and yeah, don't take no ish from anybody. Do your thing. Yeah, so y'all check out Eric and the rest of his stuff that he has on his channel. Believe me, it's top-notch Bigfoot stuff. And yeah, he's almost done here.
if you stay tuned, guys, I think this is going to be an interesting development coming on Sunday. So, yeah, that's it. Hey, what's up, everybody?
All right. So there's that. And yeah, skipping on over. Let's see. Do I still have this pulled up? Possibly. Nope. Let's head back over to my channel right quick. Posts. And so here is the link. So if you go over to Sasquatch Secrets, Nikki Cologne's channel, you can see there's a link already up for this show on Sunday. So I would go over and smash that notification button. I'll do that right now. Notification on. And yeah, this is going to be exciting. Get the popcorn out, you know, oh my goodness. Feel like a drum roll. I could hear a drum roll right now. And yeah, so that is that. Again, let's go ahead and just pull up Brent's channel also, because I mentioned the tall ones earlier. Let's see. And you could hear some of the information that Brent was sharing. And there it is, like boom. And I could double check to see if that live stream is still up. Yeah, there it is. Proven hoax. And that was yesterday. And then, yeah, I know William Jevning. He's over on Creek Devil on YouTube. They usually post older shows. They don't really do live streams there or anything, but I know he's very knowledgeable on the whole Patterson situation. He also, I think, had some interviews with Al Hodgson as well, if I'm not mistaken. And whoa, Juanito, we appreciate that, brother, coming in hot with 30 pesos. Woo! we'll probably go spend that over on Eric's Patreon. Get us some behind the scenes stuff there. We appreciate that, Juanito. That's much love to you, bro. And cheers to you. I know one day we're gonna link up, bro. We're gonna link up. And look at that. That's Tate Hieronymus and I there. So you can see some videos Brent's posted recently from his trip. I was just mentioning that we linked up at Bluff Creek. So keep an eye out. Yeah. I might make you might have a BD sighting in some of Brent's latest videos. So heads up, and appreciate Brent for doing that. Also another announcement. So yeah, William Jevning, I'd like to hear what he has to say about stuff. And as well as other people, of course, like Bobo and some people I'm going to be hitting up. But yeah, if you guys hear of anything, make sure you share. Feel free to share. You could share on my post section. Do we need to make that announcement again?
You could share on my posts.
Uh-oh, feedback. Yeah, so what is it? RPG. I seen RPG, who's also very, very knowledgeable in the whole Bigfoot arena. Another little announcement is going to be on with another Eric, right? This is a different Eric. This is Eric Testerman. Yeah, over on what's his channel? The Bizarre and the Unknown over on YouTube. So I hit the notification for that, and I'll be sharing that over. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great, good stuff about RPG from different people that I know that know him and have been out with him. And yeah, I think one day that's another person I feel there's a lot of you I think I might meet in person one day. So hopefully that'll happen. And really quick, let's see, we're going to show Maya Starfire, since she's so close to where the Patterson footage was. This is exciting, Maya. And you probably do know, once you see the picture. I pulled it up yesterday. Let's see if I could do that again. How do I do this? Boom, right there. There we go. Do you know this picture here, Maya? Have you seen the video footage? This is what we're talking about today. So there's a new documentary coming out saying that this video here, which many of us believe to be a real Sasquatch, a female one at that, because she had big old knockers. Whoa. But yeah, there's been so many stories over the years and fussing and fighting between people. And it's, there's like little groups. Yeah, no problem. I love sharing this with people, especially for you that you're so close. So you could go there pretty much anytime. You're like just a few hours away. And you probably have Bigfoots in your backyard. I got to put a live cam up and let us stream it. We'll check for you. And there's Garrel. I seen you lurking around, Garrel. How you doing, bud? Good to see Garrel. And yeah, so this is the subject of today's talks. And then also we were bringing up the streak of reports over in Ohio. Yes. Yeah, man. No reports into any of the Bigfoot mapping project or the BFRO that I've noticed today. So just a little heads up, and we could do a little double check just in case. You never know. Reports have popped in during the live streams, and we get excited when that happens. And let's have a little look over at the Bigfoot mapping project just while we're here. Yeah, you never know. You might get a report in. That's always fun to read. And I appreciate y'all letting me read for you. My brother's probably laughing. Okay, nothing there. And then skipping on over to the BFRO right quick. This is how I do it. I just tap in, check in really quick. Nothing there, nothing new. Boom. Okay, good to go. Yeah, let's see. Let's double check anything else pertaining to this latest news going on. So we mentioned Nikki Cologne over at Sasquatch Secrets, Eric over at Harryman Road, Brent, the tall ones, Steve Coles over at Squatch DTV, the Squatch Detective. And yeah, so the comment earlier, let's see if we could do this. I'm gonna try and do this. And maybe I won't read all of it just because it was pretty extensive. Maybe some of you that are all maybe into this and been, bouncing around, getting information, doing your own digging and stuff, might find this comment uh informative, I guess. Let's see. Can I pull up my comments? Hmm. Let's see. Give me a second. Oh, he's thinking. That's not good. Yeah, I was thinking I could just pull up my. I could go here, just scroll down and try and find it. Anyway, so this is how we do it. Pull up yesterday's live stream. Ha. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Really. So hop on over to the channel, go to live, and right here. Okay. So comments right here, folks. Here we go. So, and I'm not sure who this is. I'm forgive me, but Alan Lindsay 72 yesterday responded with a couple of comments here after the live stream, which was pretty informative. So yeah, I'll do my best to try to do some reading. And I went ahead and hearted for commenting. Thank you. I heart most comments, even if it may be a bad comment or whatever. It's just a commenting, whatever it may be, tickles the algorithm. And we don't mind that. So let's see, 60. This one's older here. So he had a comment there, which I'll let y'all read if you want. But this is the one. So he's referring to the documentary. And let's go read more. It says, and let me make sure it's pulled up for you. Ha ha. I'm glad I checked. It's not pulling up for you yet. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up. There we go. Aha. So there it is, the comment. And Alan Lindsay, 72, had responded with a comment saying, what Evans film is going to show, and I'm sure I'm allowed to read this, right? Because this is a public comment. So, and I'm just, I'm not just reading the comment as is. I'm not commenting on the comment yet. So what Evans film is going to show is admissions by Patterson's family members of the hoax and Patterson's first attempt at creating Patty. There are some important distinctions to make. Firstly, what I will call the PAF versus the PGF. The PAF is Patterson autonomous film shot in May of 1966 in the South Fork of the Autumn Valley in Yakima. Okay. This was an attempt at a fictional film featuring Roger Patterson, Bob Hieronymus. And if you know Bob Hieronymus, who is the neighbor of Bob Gimlin, joke about it sometimes, is who, if you hear the mainstream story, he was supposedly the guy in the suit, but we've been hearing different now. So Howard Hieronymus, John Ballard, Jerry Merritt as cowboys, Bob Gimlin as a native. So rewind. This was an attempt at a fictional film feature or film featuring Roger Patterson, Bob Hieronymus, and he put a period there, Howard Hieronymus, John Ballard, Jerry Merritt as cowboys, Bob Gimlin as a native tracker, and an unnamed prospector as they track Bigfoot to a mystical mountain where they encounter the creature. This would later be refilmed and released as Sasquatch, The Legend of Bigfoot in 1976. What is key to note here and how it relates to Mark Evans' documentary is the context and what is revealed in his film. Roger Patterson involvement in the subject of Bigfoot began after he read two articles written by Ivan T. Sanderson's in the December 1957 and March 1960 issue of True magazine detailing and illustrating alleged Bigfoot encounters. It was the later 1960 issue of the magazine detailing the William Rowe story of an encounter with a retreating female Bigfoot that was the nexus for Patty. Patterson attempted to use this as a model for the reveal of the Bigfoot in his 1966 PAF film. This is the film that is shown in Mark Evans' documentary that has been lost until now. It features a female Bigfoot retreating from a sudden encounter, the same as the PGF, moving in a similar fashion. One of the most important details here is the person wearing the suit in the PAF is none other than Al Diatley. This was the test run for the PGF, and the fictional film setting was abandoned by Patterson and Diatley in favor of presenting a short film as an actual encounter. Instead of the team of cowboys and native tracker, the setting was changed to have only Patterson and Gimlin with Hieronymus wearing the suit. Mark Evans came by this footage by luck. He was born in Yakima and his father worked for Al Diatley's construction company. As a documentary film instructor, the woman in possession of the PAF just happened to also be working at the college where Evans was teaching. The family connection between her and the Patterson family was then established. It was only after acquiring this film and beginning the documentary process that he was able to get confession from Patterson family members, Patterson's wife, Patricia, and his son, Clint. So what people are going to see in Capturing Bigfoot, which is, I believe, the documentary, is most importantly going to be Patterson's initial attempt at making the female Bigfoot encounter the family emissions, and Clint Patterson and Bob Hieronymus attempting to confront Bob Gimlin at an October 2024 Bigfoot conference. Interesting. So I responded back and I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to read this a couple times. And I did. And so here's another time reading it with y'all. And so, yeah, whoa, a lot to take in there. And let me hop back in over to the chat. Let's see what happened here. There we are. Sorry, it was a black screen there. What up? Got my ninja coming through right now. Lori Lad, what's up? Ciao, Dario. Welcome in. And does Dario have a shield? Yes, he does. Right on. Let's see. So Matt Paximus says, I could read his comment. What's up, bro? Boom. Bless up. Yeah. Matt Pack says liars will have their place in the spiritual realm. Oof. Yeah. And we will see again. So this is exciting. Again, a big week for Bigfoot out there, folks. It's Very, very interesting times. 2026. What a year. We're just getting started. Heat's on already. Whole lot happening everywhere. Get a grip. Yeah, no, just a warning out there. I did share a video from Donut as well. You know, he gets into the occult, tries to read out when possible rituals may be going on, and he lines it up with astrological alignments as well as dates and just stuff like that. Is really amazing work and good stuff. And I do follow stuff like that. And actually, I do my own little bit of stuff like that. You know, trying to read things. And I've just been getting a feeling, folks, especially for people in the LA area. Again, you know, I'm just getting this weird feeling out here. And it could be for the rest of the country too. But yeah, just a little heads up, folks, and yeah, just stay aware. Let's see. Hidden Existence. What up? They don't have a. Let's see. They don't have a. Should have one. Boom. Handing out a shield to Hidden Existence. And yeah, so any other comments? Anyone have anything they'd like to share in the chat before we head on out here? I just thought I'd bring you some of this latest big. So this is Bigfoot news to me, and so I thought I'd break it to y'all. And this is so where I stand, I'm just like, yeah, I got to see the film myself, make my own decision. Later on, bro. Boom. Yeah, to make my own decision, and of course, I'll be listening to other folks who are way more knowledgeable than I am in the topic, especially in the topic of the Patterson film. And I still feel new to all this. You know, there's a lot I got to learn. And yes, I've been to the Patterson site many times, and I do feel there's stuff up there. You know, there's stuff in those hills for sure, and possibly more than Bigfoot. Like the natives tell us, you know, there's little people, there's the hairy ones, there's other stranger ones too that, yeah, we don't even like to think about when we're up there. But yeah, no, definitely a good spot. And like I said, I will be going back if possible anytime I get Love Bluff Creek. And yeah, yeah, I'm still very open. I'm very open as well. The Chiro Sound sharing a link there. Thank you, Chi. What's that? Donuts latest. All right, go get your donuts. I'm sure you're gonna want some donuts after my streams, because you know sometimes it gets a little smoky in the chat. Amber, what's going on? Cheers to you. Welcome on in. I see you're premiering a video yesterday, right? I gotta check that out. So the film, I guess it's premiering in Texas. And what was it? Maybe Blazer could probably pull up a link for the documentary. There's Pops calling. Let's see. Hang on. Let's talk to Pops. What's up, Dad? Hey, andas en speaker y vivo. Heck you. Oh, ya llegaste aquí? Oh, all right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, don't worry. Aquí estamos estamos tranquilos. No pressure, no rush. All right. All right. Talk to you later, Dad. Oh, okay. No problem. Have a good weekend, Dad. Love you. All right. Bye bye. Boom. All right. Pops giving us an update. Salute to Pops. Love you, Pops. Yeah. Yeah, he gave us an update on. So I blew out 2 tires, 2 different days. We talked about that. What up, Scully Pop? I was actually chilling with Scully Pop last night. I think it was. I've been chilling on his streams lately. Always a good time chilling with. Actually, your last stream, I was listening, and because it was a lot of stuff I was interested in, and I have no idea about. You know, it's about yeah, streaming and videos and different AIs and stuff. It was very interesting conversation there, Scully Pop. So don't worry, don't feel like you were talking to yourself. I was listening. I wasn't saying much. Chat was chopping it up. And there's Minxie. So yeah, Pops is finding out because we had special ordered some tires for my rig, and I got those last year right before going up to Bluff Creek to the Patterson site. I was able to, man, I don't know, thank the Lord. Right before I was leaving the trip, I was able to get the tires because I needed tires bad. And so that happened. And then so yeah, I had new tires, feeling good, right? It always feels good to have new tires. And then just recently, one of the tires got a huge screw in it, and luckily it held till the next day. I was able to go to the tire shop, get it repaired. And then about 2 or 3 days later, my other tire, that one completely blew out. I don't know how, I don't know what did it that time, but it cut the wall, so I wasn't able to repair it. So that's two new tires down, and they're custom tires. They're chunky and nice, and it just, I felt bad. Oh man. So Pops had ordered them from his guy because my Pops is a trucker, so is his lady partner. Yeah, tough lady. Salute to her. Yeah, so Pops is putting another order in, and he was just giving me some feedback. Says the guys, I don't know, it's a little, things are a little slow right now. I said, Pops, don't worry, no pressure. You know, it'll happen. He said, all right. So, yeah, thanks, Pops, for tapping in. Hillbilly Herb, what up, brother? Hillbilly Herb. Finally, after 6 months. So, yeah, my brother was like, dude, this was stashed in the mail, bro. Like, I was like, oh my God. Cause I put all my, the shop's mail and any paperwork, important papers, I file them away. And I guess this must have got filed away as well. And we just found it. And it was a letter from Hillbilly Herb. And thank you all who have sent stuff out, like Garrow from Midwest Night Watchers. Yeah, it's time for a manicure. My claws are back. My hair and nails grow vigorously, folks. So yeah, look at that. Hillbilly Herb. He's up in the chat right there, y'all. Look at that. That's his slap right there. Super hot. We slapped one up on the shop door. He also sent me a deadhead. We're down with the deadheads. Yeah, especially Humboldt County. So many up north. It's crazy. Shout out to the dead. Actually, my roommate, shout out, was deadhead up in Trinidad, California, Humboldt County. And yeah, he's still there at that house. I think I could still be roommates if he sent me, look, a loteria card. La Estrella, the star. Loteria, especially out here in East Los Angeles or within, the Hispanic Latino Spanish speaking community. I'll say, yeah, there's gonna be a new term for us folks with everything happening. Loteria is a game that we play. It's like bingo. It's like Mexican bingo, and we use beans. Usually use beans to mark your spot. And it's super fun to play. Actually, we had some small sets you could buy here, and we should get more. This is one of those things, and you'll see these things, keychains, all sorts of stuff, shirts and stuff. But the game is always fun. So he sent that. That was super cool, bro. I appreciate that. And then Tend the Wheel. Super cool. Another card there. Yeah, send me slaps. You want to have your slap, and if you're cool enough, we put it on the front door. That's another cool one, Hillbilly. Got the mushrooms there. And don't worry, I'm wearing sandals. Pedicure done. I'm not walking around with claws showing. I'll show my feet if I have to. But yeah, anyway, thank you again, bro. I'll be slapping those in special places. Roger, you should have a sticker, brother. Roger needs to get some stickers done. We all have access to an address for you. Let's see. For you, dwarf. I bet you get, yeah, every once in a while. Yeah. Luckily, we get some gifts here. And there is Hillbilly Herb sharing his Instagram. Yeah. Hillbilly Herb is on Instagram. Y'all check him out. Shares his yeah, see Hillbilly. Yeah, Hillbilly got slaps. Hand them out, brother. I gotta get some new stickers made. I've had them made twice. I think both times were sets of 300, and I gave all of those out. I think it was maybe like a couple $100 to get them done. I had gotten those done up north in Humboldt, but even out here, just around the shop, we're very also not far from downtown. Maybe with no traffic, you could be in downtown maybe like 10, 15 minutes. But there's a bunch of like places where they make shirts, clothing. We make shirts and clothing next door, and I still, luckily, I've had some prototype shirts made, but not in mass quantities. But we've thought of. I think my brother thought of buying a sticker machine, to make our own stickers here. But there's a lot of people making stickers and stuff around, and even then, with all these choices, it's still hard to get quality stickers made. Even right now, the shop we're out of stickers just because it's a pain in the butt to get it done. And the last time we had them done in business card fashion. So they were like a little business card, but they were a sticker also. So it was super cool. And we need to get them done again. But it was just it was a drag the last time, man. It's like, come on, dude. But anyway, right on, Hillbilly getting some followers over on Instagram. And I see my brother shared some recent posts over on the shop's Instagram as well. So I'm going to share a few links here. If you're on Instagram, you could follow. I do have, and I'm not very active there. I've been sharing some of just the live streams over on my stories on Insta. But one day I'd like to get active over there. There's a few videos, but all that stuff's here. So again, this is the shop's Instagram, sky'slimit.la. And we appreciate your support. And again, I'll give out the address in case. We got to be careful opening packages too, believe me. And pull out the hazmat suit. And yeah, so here, we'll rock here for a few more minutes. We're at 58 minutes. We'll rock for an hour. And then we'll wrap this baby up. Different ways to get a hold of me as well. I don't know if just maybe I don't know, Discord. I have trouble on Discord finding people. I know there's some of you on there, and I still haven't linked with y'all. But if you could find me on Discord, hit me up. Another way to get a hold of me there. And again, I'm gonna have to dig and find the email for this. It's still active, but it's weird. Yahoo, I don't know, hit it for me. So I'm going to have to push some buttons and figure that out just to see if we've gotten any people sending emails. You never know. I have some reports there. Anyway, I want to wish everyone a great rest of your week. And I want to thank you for hanging out. And we're going to keep our ears to the field. Yeah, keep you updated with any happenings. We'll be checking out Eric. Thank you for tapping in, Eric. Have a safe trip out there. And yeah, we're excited to hear what your report's going to be from out there. Again, a shout out to Brent. Thank you for going live, bro, and breaking that news, man. That's how I found out that it was getting really serious. Again, I had sensed it going back. Had heard Stacy Brown talking about some things, and maybe he still has something. Stacy didn't mention what he had. But Stacy Brown Jr. was mentioning about having some sort of information possibly, and I'm excited to hear what he has to bring to the table as well, pertaining to the Patterson Gimlin footage and situation. Again, I recommend checking out Steve Cole's live stream yesterday, and Y'all have a great weekend, folks. Let's hit our outro. And again, if I'm missing any comments or anything, just drop me a comment or get at me. I'm not easy, or I am easy to get a hold of. Maybe I'm just not easy. Bless up, y'all. And you got any announcements, bro? Any shows going on tonight? Yeah, show going on tonight? 7:30 tonight. There's a show, another punk show over here at the Catalyst, right next to our shop. That's 3921 East Olympic Boulevard. And yeah, if you want to get in the mosh pit or something, come on through. Hey, I've been in the pit before. That was years back. Yeah, BD. Yeah, I like mosh pits. Just don't get in them anymore. All right. We are out of here, folks. Outro, senor. Here we go. Is it going to play? I guess you got to press play. PNW Rush.